Free to Succeed, Season 2, Raid Shadow Legends. Friday edition, That's Good Coffee edition. We got some other big milestones to talk about edition. I decided to do some dabbling yesterday, and some interesting stuff happened. So, first things first, cleared another rotation of Doom Tower Hard for the first time, so that's pretty sick. First try on full auto. This is the team. And then they've also farmed it pretty good. So I'm gonna go do my normal waves, and then come back and keep farming Dark Fae. But yeah, pretty big milestone for us there. We only had 2 manual. I think I had to like pseudo manual 117 or 118, and then maybe there was one other stage around here where like wave 2 was giving us a little bit of a problem, and I sort of had to step in. But for the most part, all the bosses we did on auto. So if anybody wants to see like all of my teams, let me know, and I can do a video where I go through and break down all of my Doom Tower Hard teams for this rotation, and then we'll do it for the other rotation we've already cleared, and then when we clear the other one, we can do that. If anybody's interested in seeing what I got going on, y'all can let me know. Looks like we're gonna win our, or I think we did win our siege, so that's pretty good. We decided we would dabble in Nightmare last night, just for the hell of it. Because I figure if I could put up that kind of damage on Brutal, I could probably do pretty decently on Nightmare. I could at least... I wasn't really sure. I thought it seemed reasonable I could 1-key it, right? 36.6. It's like, it's worth seeing if I could get there. So we put in a key in Nightmare and dropped 63. Pretty good, honestly. 250 million Clash points earned. So now what I'm trying to do is bump my hard team up to Brutal, but they're really not having it. They are really not having it. So I've been kind of experimenting around with some different stuff, trying to come up with some different ideas. But I might just have to drop down and do hard and normal again. I can't. I'm having trouble getting a team for Brutal that can handle everything that we have going on. So until I make some more improvements to some of my champs, we might be doing Nightmare and then hard and normal. So I don't know. We'll see. We've got a little bit of time to figure it out. While I'm here, I'm gonna drop my Brutal key in real quick. But that's pretty crazy, man. Almost double a 1-key on Nightmare. I did not think we were gonna pull that off. My free-to-play, in some ways, is so much stronger than my main account, which is just insane. That's really a testament to, like, how important playing actively and like being a part of the modern game is. Because there's just a lot of stuff that I have on my free-to-play that I don't have on my main. That is just such a difference maker. And especially in Hydra. So it's kind of interesting. Perhaps if I was to like do a full strip down and rebuild of my main account, then I'm sure we could put together something for Nightmare. You know, like I'm sure we'd be fine. But yeah, kind of cool. I was a little messed up there for a second because I thought I was still in Hydra, and I was like, Ultra Nightmare, huh? Let's see. Is there anything else? What else was there? Oh, we built. So I'm messing around with Heraclides. And this is the build we have on him. I'm pretty happy with his stats. I couldn't get a specific set on him, so I just went for the build. He's not crit capped, but I'm actually thinking I could probably lose a little bit more crit rate because I'm almost always going to run him as lead, and he's going to give himself 20 crit rate, which is why I sacrificed a little bit of it. I've also got to finish his masteries up, and I'll probably give him crit damage because he's got ignore defense here. I mean, I guess I could give him Helm Smasher for the other stuff too. But anyway, I just put a random hodgepodge of gear on him. And we got some decent rolls. Like this had a triple crit rate roll on it, which was nice. This had a double, really a triple though. This one, double defense, not bad. We're finally getting to use our quad, our little baby quad. We have a triple on crit damage there with defense. Like we had a lot of gear that just complemented what I wanted on him really well. This shield is really good. So again, if we could ever put him into a set and keep these stats, that would be dope. But He's hits so hard. He hits his A2 is averaging like 150K. He's hitting people for like 150,000 with his A2. I don't even have him booked yet either. It's wild. He's smacking, dude. I really wish I had Ultimate Death Knight on this account. I would really love to put together a team with the two of them. But I've been trying to play around with him. I can't get him dead in Arena. I'm trying to get him... The build that I have on him, the reason he's so slow is because I wanted to test out him dying with the rest of my team alive and seeing how impactful it was. Because then every time we attack, he'll attack with us and heal all of the allies by 20% of their max HP. So like if all three of my team goes, that's a 60% heal on top of him doing damage, contributing damage. And I wanted to test that, but I'm having a hard time getting him dead without everyone else being dead because my undead roster just is not that deep. But like here, we'll bring him into a fight real quick just to show you the power. I also don't have a defense buff on him unless we get hit and Seeker puts one up with his passive. So I don't have like a lot of ideal stuff to put around him just yet. But even so, he's been really fun, and we've had some pretty interesting fights. Like we've won some fights that I don't know that I thought we would have won. So yeah, the A2 here, 143, 144K. Like he hits really hard. And then I wanted to mess around with them being revived and see what that was like, and like, I'm just having a hard time getting him dead and no one else. Like, are we gonna survive that, or are we just gonna get cleaved? See what I mean? It's like I can't get him dead and no one else, so it's tricky. So we'll mess around with it. It may be a thing where like I'll have to maybe I need a couple more pulls, or maybe I just need to explore my roster. I'm gonna have to just claim this. That red dot's gonna ruin my fucking life. Like I think Morrigan is a pretty decent one to have with him. Vogoth could be interesting. Mage could be interesting. I'll probably get my Scartorsus built at some point. I do have Vlad. We've got some stuff to play around with, but again, I don't have a ton of depth in the roster. He's got a defense buff. Like he's you know, little baby Seeker. So maybe at some point I build him for the buff. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll just kind of see how things evolve. He's still been a lot of fun in Arena, and there's other stuff to do with him besides Arena too. It's just kind of the easy place to go and mess around with him. And yeah, 150K nuke is not bad. Not bad, dude. So yeah, we've been messing around with that a little bit. We know that we got Emic done. As done as we need to get him anyway. Vizix is done. So yeah, we're in pretty good shape right now. We finished everything in here. We're working on Spider now. I don't think I'm gonna grind to finish this. I just think it's gonna cost me a lot of resources. And as much as I would love the opportunity to get Volcanos on this account, because that would just be absolute insanity, the odds of that are so incredibly low. You know what I mean? Just so insanely low. So man, that's such a good lineup though. There's so many champs in there I would like to have. It's a shame. That's just, they're just too far. And then the Sand Devil I can't justify either, so. I mean, maybe I could. I've got a lot of gems. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a wild hair at some point today and go for it, but as it stands right now, I'm thinking no. But anyway, we're working on the Spider tournament. We just started it last night. It seems like it's costing me a lot. I think I've put like 600 or 700 energy into this so far, and that's all I have to show for it, which is a shame. But Welcome to the raid, Fusions. We've got dungeon divers that we're working on. You know, we'll grind out as needed, and then artifact enhancement. We have a little bit more to do, so I'm gonna go through. I'm trying to be kind of tedious. I have a lot less silver because I went through and built a few champs, but I'm trying to go through and, like, you know, very tediously sort through my gear, roll anything that's 6-star to 8 before I sell it. Just like little shit that is like slowly. We're just kind of nickel and diming our way through the artifact enhancement, so it'll be fine. I reckon we'll get it done. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much all of the updates that we have. But the big thing is Hydra. I'm really impressed that we were able to put up that kind of damage. I mean, it's not insane. It's not like billions, but, like, you know, if I could get my Thor on par with him, I feel like my Thor's not hitting very hard in there. Like, 13 million's nothing to shake a stick at. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like he could do so much more. I just don't have the gear for it. Look, that's a pretty decent build. 6,100 attack, crit capped, 280 crit damage. I feel like he should be hitting harder. I don't know why it feels like he's not. Maybe it's just that he's too slow, so he's not getting turns frequently enough. Because especially later in the fight, he will be the one to go down. Maybe it's that Wallmaster's just lapping him a little bit, because Wallmaster's quite a bit faster than he is. Also, Wallmaster is gonna do more damage. I get that. Like, I'm well aware of that. I just mean Thor. I don't expect Thor to match his damage, but I feel like he could do quite a bit more. I just don't know what to sacrifice to get the speed, really. I lose a lot of attack if I take those boots off. And I can't lose a ton of crit rate. I think I'm only over by 7, right? So anyway, I think I saw some summon events we have coming up, right? What do we got? We have a 2x, Ancient, Void, and Sacred. So 2x on all 3. And then the Champ Chase. So I reckon we'll grab our Yakarl. Get a decent head start on that. And we'll probably do... I mean, we'll definitely do some summons. And see if anything interesting happens. One of these days, they'll do another 10x mythical, and we'll pop on that. I've popped a few more souls here and there. Nothing particularly interesting has happened. I just kind of popped them as I've gotten them. Maybe when we get to a point where where we have some, like, free food to play around with, we'll build them and see what we can do with them with the 6-star blessing. But yeah, I think from here I'm just gonna start working toward a normal Doom Tower clear, and then make sure I'm farming my Dark Fae on hard, and try to stay on top of the fusion. I reckon that's where we're at heading into the weekend. So I guess we'll get geared up to do some summons. Maybe I'll do some summons this evening. Kind of like doing them in the evening when I'm a little bit more awake and can have a little bit more fun with it. So maybe we'll do that. And yeah, I reckon we'll get out of here for the day. I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Funny, I got all the way to the end of the video without saying anything about Thanksgiving, but I'm aware that it's still Thanksgiving for a lot of y'all. So happy Thanksgiving. Hope it's a good one. And I'll see you guys